sure to get your playmat today at tsx1.com.
So, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Samurai X1 here. Happy Saturday! Thank you guys so much for being part of the Sniff Gang membership, man. Growing and growing and growing! So if you guys are not part of that yet, click on the join button down below. That'll be absolutely amazing. I'd love to have you guys on there. Anyways, in today's video, I'm coming to you guys with the competitive Armed Dragon Thunder deck profile for you guys today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will showcase you guys some cool combos you guys can do with this deck at the end. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Wait! Before we get started with today's video, I just want to say today is Saturday. So you guys have about like 3 hours or maybe even less by the time you're watching this video to get your live box breaks for Blazing Vortex. You know, today is the last day for you guys to get the Blazing Vortex live box break. So once the box break starts, you guys can no longer get it. At 5 p.m. today, I'm doing a live stream on Blazing Vortex, opening live box break for me to interact with you guys. So make sure you guys get your live box break. Last chance, get it today in the link down below. Oh, next week is Valentine's Day, all right? I'm dropping the limited edition Valentine's Day playmat in the link down below at tx1.com. This is the most sexiest and beautiful Valentine's playmat I've ever released, and it's only gonna be available for a limited time only. So what are you guys waiting for? Get your box breaks and playmat today in the link down below at tx1.com. All right, don't waste any more of your time. Without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Let's do it. Start off with the monsters quick. You're gonna play, of course, 3 copies of the one and only Armed Dragon Thunder level 3. This card is one of the best normal summons in the deck. It's actually one of the only monsters that you can actually normal summon. It's a great Armed Dragon Thunder flash target, the quick launch spell card for the deck, which is absolutely amazing. This card has amazing ability where it was sent to the graveyard to activate a dragon effect. You basically get to draw 1 card, and you can use this card's ability by sending a monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon a level 5 or lower Armed Dragon monster directly from your deck, right? So obviously you can activate level 3 to bring out level 5. So Armed Dragon Thunder level 3, absolutely mandatory to play in the deck. Next off, we're gonna play Armed Dragon Thunder level 5. This card, in my opinion, is a little bit better than Armed Dragon level 3 because if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a dragon monster's effect, you basically get to search a level 5 or higher wind dragon monster directly from your deck to your hand. So it can search the level 7, level 10, searches Tempest, which is absolutely phenomenal. So Armed Dragon Thunder level 5, and obviously it has the same similar effect as Armed Dragon Thunder level 3, where you can send itself and a monster from your hand to the graveyard, especially on a level 7 or lower Armed Dragon monster directly from the deck. So Armed Dragon Thunder level 5 brings out obviously the Armed Dragon Thunder level 7, which you're playing 3 copies of in your entire deck. So triple Armed Dragon Thunder level 7, absolutely mandatory to play in your deck. This card, in my opinion, is one of the best Armed Dragon monster in the entire deck. This card is absolutely amazing because it brings out the level 10, obviously, and it has one of the amazing abilities where it was sent to the graveyard to activate the dragon monster's effect. You can add 1 Armed Dragon card directly from your deck to your hand. So unlike Armed Dragon Thunder level 5, that card searches only Wind Dragon monsters, whereas Armed Dragon Thunder level 7 searches any Armed Dragon card. So you want to search the trap, the spell, or any Armed Dragon monster, this card helps you get all of those cards. So you want to maximize yourself on actually playing 3 copies of the level 7, level 5, and level 3 because their effects are really important because you need to send a monster from your hand to the graveyard to bring out the other levels directly from the deck, which is kind of a little bit of a downside about the Armed Dragon archetype, but that's how the deck is built and that's how the deck is meant to be played. So you want to maximize yourself and actually see monsters in your hand so that way they can trigger off these cards' ability, right? And if you see themselves in the hand, it's also really good because level 7 can pitch the level 7 to bring out level 10, and since the level 7 was sent to the graveyard to activate the level 7's effect, you can search any Armed Dragon card directly from your deck to your hand, right? So these Armed Dragon cards are really important to play as 3 ofs in the deck, 100,000%. And then I'll explain to you guys why it's also really important to maximize yourself when actually playing these cards in your deck. So 3 level 7, and last but not least for the level 10s, I'm only playing 1 copy of the Armed Dragon Thunder level 10. The reason why I'm playing 1 copy is 1, this card is an absolute brick. You never want to draw this card in your opening hand. You always want to special summon this card out directly from the deck. 2, you have the Armed Dragon continuous spell, which can recycle this card from your graveyard continuously all the time, every single turn, by selecting a Armed Dragon monster you control, right? So you can use the spell to either boost it by 1,000 or recycle an Armed Dragon card, so you can always get access to this card either way. So you don't need to maximize yourself when actually playing 2 or 3 copies of this. It is absolutely unnecessary necessary to play more than one in my opinion. What this card does is that if this card was special summoned by effect of an Armed Dragon monster, it gains the following effect based on its attack. So immediately, if it has 1+ attacks, the name becomes Armed Dragon level 10, which is absolutely important for Armed Dragon Blitz, which I'll further explain once I progress through the spells. If it has 10+ attacks, control of this card cannot be switched, so your opponent can't obviously use cards like, what's a control card? Big Eye? You know, they can't use cards like Creature Swamp. You know what I mean? They cannot use cards like Crackdown to take control of this. If it has 100+ attack, cannot be destroyed by battle, which is also really good. If it has 1,000+ attack, once per turn during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one other card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, this card gains 1,000 attack. So that ability is going to be the ability that you're going to be utilizing the most to just basically disrupt your opponent during their turn if you're unsuccessful with your OTKs, and also on top of that, it gains 1,000 attack, which is really good. For its last ability, which rarely comes up if you're playing this deck as a competitive deck, 10,000+ attack, once per turn you can destroy all the cards in the field. So yeah, the last effect isn't going to come up too much, but the 1,000+ attack is going to come up every single time. So Armed Dragon Thunder level 10, absolutely mandatory to play in the deck. So I'm playing one copy of the level 10. Next I'm playing one copy of the original Armed Dragon level 10. This is the other break that I'm playing the deck, but I felt like with the way that this deck is built, it's a deck that's meant to go second to try to OTK your opponent as quickly as possible, especially with the monster that I'm about to showcase you next, which is the Armed Dragon level 10 white, which is one of the best cards in the deck, by the way. This card is insane. Armed Dragon level 10 becomes important because you can special summon it off Blitz, and you can use the fact to send a card from your hand to the graveyard to Raigeki your opponent's board. That way they can easily OTK your opponent. Also at the same time with Armed Dragon level 10 white, this card is insane because cannot be normal summon or set, must be special by its own effect. You can banish Armed Dragon monsters from your field, hand, or graveyard whose total levels equals to 10. So you can banish 2 5s, level 7, level 3, or you can banish the 10 to summon this card from your hand, which is incredible. And then you can add one White Veil from your deck to your hand. White Veil becomes really broken because it's a heavy storm against your opponent, which is really crucial, especially in today's metagame. Decks like Eldritch and things like that are everywhere. So the fact that you're able to just clear your opponent's backboard like that with ease with this card and White Veil is insane. Also, the effect continues off with you take no effect damage. So if White Veil were to die, you take no damage off White Veil. And at the start of the damage step, if this card attacks, you can destroy one card on the field. So this card is also really good for that. You can banish Armed Dragon level 10 white to summon white itself, which is also really good. You can target a white with Blitz, especially another white from the deck. And these cards are really important because they're level 10 monsters, which can easily help you make rank 10 XCs. And any XCs in today's metagame equals, you know, Divine Thunder, Sky Thunder, 69 Zeus. So yes, it gives you access to Zeus immediately because these monsters can easily get themselves on the field, which in result gives you rank 10 access, and rank 10 access equals Gustav Max, Libe, and also Zeus, which is really good. So these cards is amazing. I love the white. This card is just ridiculous. Kind of reminds me of Dark Armed Dragon in my opinion. So that's pretty much it for all the level 10s. And next off, support card, the One Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms. Level 5 can searches, and this card's a free summon, which is absolutely insane. Next off, the best starter card in the deck, aside from the level 3 normal summon, is Triple Artillery Catapult Turtle. This card is the nuts. Number 1 why this card is good. You can tribute one monster, special one Gaia the Fierce Knight monster, or one level 5 dragon monster from your hand or deck. So this card is like a tour guide for level 5. So you summon this card, use the effect, tribute itself, summon level 5 directly from the deck. And the reason why that's so good is because usually you need to climb up from level 3, right? So level 3, 5, 7, and 10. This card automatically gives you a level 5 without you having to discard a card for level 3. You understand what I mean? So it saves a card in your hand, which is really good. So it just skips the step of going from 3 to 5. It just goes straight to 5 without you having to pitch a card, which is why Artillery Catapult Turtle is just so good, right? So card's amazing. It's the card that you want to start off with instead of the level 3 because it saves you one less card to discard. So Artillery Catapult Turtle is very insane. So that's pretty much it for the monsters. Go off the spells. Obviously, Triple Armed Dragon Flash. This card's a quick launch for the deck. Especially with one level 3 Armed Dragon monster from your deck in defense, you can only activate one Armed Dragon Flash per turn. The only downside about this card is that this card is special in level 3. Why can't it special in level 5 or lower Armed Dragon monsters? That would have been absolutely insane. But I felt like Konami was just scared to make this deck a little bit too broken. So the underdone this card, in my opinion, it should have been like level 5 or lower Dark Lord monster. So Armed Dragon Flash nonetheless still good. It's a free level 3 monster on the field. Next off, I'm playing triple copies of Armed Dragon Lightning. This card is insane. You must play 3 copies of this card in your deck. The reason I play 3 copies of this card is because Hand size is really important in this deck, and that's why you focus on going second and try to see monsters in your hand as much as possible. You can target an Armed Dragon card you control. It gains attack equals to its level times 100. So if you're targeting level 10, it gains 1,000 attack. Or you can add one Armed Dragon monster with equal or lower level than it from your graveyard to hand. So if you target level 10, you basically get to add a level 10 or lower Armed Dragon monster from your graveyard to your hand. So this card is going to be able to recycle all your Armed Dragon cards. The reason why recycling your Armed Dragon cards is important is because you need to send a monster from your hand to the graveyard to trigger off their abilities to climb up directly from the deck, right? So lightning becomes really important, which you must maximize yourself on actually playing 3, because hand size is absolutely crucial in the deck, especially having monsters in your hand. Next, I'm playing 2 copies of Armed Dragon Blitz. You target the Armed Dragon Thunder level 10. Its name becomes Armed Dragon level 10 on the field. So you target it, special level 10 from the deck, Raigeki, your opponent's board. Card's really good. The only downside is that that card cannot attack directly, and also you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for dragon monsters. The unfortunate thing is that you can't use this card to make 2 rank 10s into Libe and Gustav Max, unfortunately, but card nonetheless still good. You can summon white, Armed Dragon level 10, and also a Thunder level 10 on the field with having this card in your hand, which is absolutely amazing. So Blitz, in my opinion, absolutely insane. It's also searchable off the level 7, which is really nice. Next off, since this deck is a go second base deck and you are not reliant on your extra deck whatsoever, you're playing triple copies of Pot Extravagance. This card is by far way better than Disparity, in my opinion, for decks like this. Hand size is really important, so banish 6 in your extra deck, you don't care. Draw 2 cards. Really good. Next off, obviously, the 1 of 1 White Veil. This card is the nuts. Armed Dragon Thunder level 10 white. Searches this card. This card reads, while the equipped monster battles, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Broken. When an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, face-up spell and traps your opponent controls have their effects negated until the end of the damage step. Absolutely broken. When the equipped monster destroys an opponent monster by battle, you can destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. What? It's a Harpy's Feather Duster. When this face-up card in the player's spell and trap card zone leaves the field, that player takes 3,000 damage. Doesn't matter. Armed Dragon White says you take no effect damage, so White Veil does absolutely nothing to your life. Activate White Veil, clear your opponent's entire board. Usually use White Veil to equip with the monster you bring out with Blitz, because Blitz says you can't attack directly with that monster. So you White Veil on that monster that you bring out with Blitz, and you attack, deal damage, wipe all the back row, and then the other 6,000 should be easily dealt to your opponent, which is really good. So White Veil is just a free Feather Duster against decks like Eldritch or those back row hate decks. There's a lot of back row decks now, so White Veil becomes absolutely insane. Next off, we're going second cards because this deck is solely focused on going second. Of course, 1 Pankratops, cards of free summon, breaks like 3 negates in 1. Well, no, it breaks 2 negates in 1, sorry guys. Triple Ash Blossom, the most versatile hand trap in today's metagame. I think Skullmeister is really good against Drytrons or any deck that utilizes the graveyard ability, and it's not once per turn, so Skullmeister becomes insane. And these are also monsters, if needs be. You can send them to the graveyard to trigger off the Armed Dragon monster's ability, which you never want to do. You want to send the Armed Dragon cards, but if you don't have them in your hand, you can just send these cards instead, which is pretty bad, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Next off, since the deck goes second, Triple Lightning Storm, okay? There you go. The card's absolutely amazing. And you're playing the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. You clear your opponent's board, clear their back row, summon a bunch of monsters, game. Against the Eldritch deck, they set 5 pass, right? So you Lightning Storm, summon a bunch of monsters, attack, Libe, Gustav Max, GG, no re, right? Make Zeus pass, like you win the duel. So this package is amazing, and you're playing a lot of cards going second, and I feel like this is the best way to go towards playing this deck. The deck's defense is not heavy at all, so you want to focus on actually going second. And I feel like the decks strive a little bit better going second by playing so many going second cards, and you can easily put up a non-damage. With Armed Dragon level 10 white, you can already read its effect and know that it's one of those cards that are designed to go second. You know, like it attacks, you destroy a card, you equip White Veil, blow up your opponent's back row. This deck is a going second base deck. The aggressiveness of this deck is insane. The deck lacks in defense, so you want to go second as much as possible. So that's pretty much for the main deck. Let's go off to your extra deck real quick. Extra deck is very standard. Let's go off to the links. 1 Hieratic Seal. I should play 2 copies of this, but I decided to play Verde Anaconda instead. Because if they make Zeus, you can go Verde. Then they're forced to Zeus you. If they don't Zeus you, then they risk that chance of you making Dragoon and then you're killing them, right? So they have to negate the Predator Plant Verde Anaconda with Zeus immediately. So it's a big brain play there. Access Code, Nightmare Unicorn, and Phoenix. Just generic link monsters you can play in the deck. Next, Sky Palace, of course. Really good. You're playing triple Divine Arsenal Zeus, any rank Xyz base deck, you must play Zeus. Zeus is just so good. Triple Libe, and last but not least, you're playing triple Gustav Max. Like, these cards are just absolutely amazing in the deck, in my personal opinion. So yeah, rank 10 turbo it is. I think these cards are absolutely phenomenal. So that's pretty much for the main deck. I feel like the main deck is perfect for this competitive variant of Armed Dragon Thunders. Let's go out with some of the basic combos you guys can do with this deck real quick. Alright guys, welcome to the combo segment of this video real quick. In this tutorial, I'll showcase you guys some basic combos that you guys can do with this deck right here. But before we get started, guys, if you guys haven't got your limited edition Valentine's Day playmat, make sure you guys get it today. Hit the link down below at tx1.com. This is a limited edition release for the Team Samurai X1 shop. Very special playmat. You got Ash, very cute. You got the girl herself. I'll let you guys call her whatever you want. And last but not least, we got Black Rose Dragon right here to fit off the Valentine's Day theme. So this mat is only going to be available for a limited time only, so make sure you guys get this playmat today in the link down below at tx1.com. Alright guys, let's go with the combo real quick. So all you need is Artillery Catapult Turtle and Armed Dragon Thunder level 5. And this combo right here will get you access to 2 level 10 monsters on the field with ease. So first and foremost, what you're going to do is your normal summon turtle. Okay, activate Turtle's effect to tribute itself to special summon the level 5, and it's very basic right here because you're gonna activate the level 5 to send the level 5 from your hand and also itself to the graveyard to special summon the level 7, okay, which is really good. And now since level 5 was sent to the graveyard to activate the level 5's ability, level 5 will get to surge to level 7, and now you can activate level 7's effect to send itself and also level 7 your hand to the graveyard to special summon the level 10. And now, since 7 was sent to the graveyard to activate the level 7's effect, this card will get its ability to search any Armed Dragon monster directly from your deck to your hand. So you're gonna search Armed Dragon level 10 white, and now what you can do is that you can activate white. Okay, you can banish 2 level 5 monsters in the graveyard, so this totals up to level 10 to special summon white from your hand, and once white is summoned, you get to search a White Veil. At this point, if the board is clear, you can easily just attack for 6,000 damage, and then you can overlay these 2 right here for Gustav Max, and then activate its effect to detach material to deal 2,000, and that's exactly a total of 8,000 damage, which is really good. So if you have Lightning Storm, you can Lightning Storm your opponent, clear their monsters, and then you can go into this route right here and just make attack, and then make Gustav Max, right? But if you are just on those 2 cards, you have White Veil, what you can do easily is that you can go into Gustav Max, Gustav activates effect, deal 2,000 damage to your opponent, and then you can overlay for leave, and then you can activate this card's ability. You can detach a material. This card will become 6,000, and you can activate White Veil to equip onto Libe, and then you can attack into the monsters your opponent controls, and then White Veil will trigger to destroy all your opponent's back row. And if you didn't kill them yet, what you can easily do is that now you can make Zeus on top of the Lib. So now you clear your opponent's back row, hopefully you cleared all the monsters and you end up with Zeus. You know, that's kind of the play that you want to focus on with this deck right here. You know, so ending off with Zeus is absolutely amazing, which is off 2 cards for a deck like Armed Dragon Thunder. You can easily do a lot of damage. But if you open it with an additional Armed Dragon Blitz, or if you already have white in your hand, Blitz become really, really good, because with this board right here, you can either use Blitz to target Armed Dragon Thunder level 10, because this card is treated as a level 10 Armed Dragon. You can target this card to special summon the level 10 directly from the deck, which is absolutely phenomenal. Or you can actually target the Armed Dragon level 10 white to special another copy of white. So you can actually use both these effects twice in one turn because you have 2 copies of white. So since this one can't attack directly, you can just equip White Veil to white and then attack. It will destroy a card, and then you can, you know, clear your opponent's board and then use these 2 cards to just attack directly for a game, right? Which is really good. When White Veil will just clear your opponent's back row, which is really great. Remember guys, the downside with Armed Dragon Blitz is that you cannot special monsters other than dragon monsters. If you want to clear back row and also Regeki your opponent's board, which is like basically blowing up your opponent's entire board, instead of white with Blitz, you special level 10, and you can just ditch any card to clear your opponent's board. You equip White Veil to level 10, attack. If you're unsuccessful with this OTK, what you can do is that you can use these 2 right here, link these 2 into a Hieratic Seal. So you have 2 disruption during your opponent's turn with the level 10 and also Hieratic Seal. which is amazing. So that's if you don't OTK your opponent, right? But nonetheless, it's still a pretty good ending to end off with, Hieratic Seal in the level 10 disruption during your opponent's turn if you're unsuccessful with the OTK, right? But nonetheless, those are the two routes that you guys want to go into when it comes to utilizing this deck. I think the deck is really awesome, going second base deck to help OTK and clear boards really, really easily. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys get your Valentine's Edition playmat today. Hit the link down below at tsx1.com. This playmat is only going to be available for a limited time only, so get it while you guys still can. And that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Let me know your thoughts about this deck in the comment section below. And it's your boy Sam from Team Sarah Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.
Be sure to get your playmat today at tsx1.com.